here we have our Magma Studio app. You guys have it open? And should we all share our screens or let's just go for it as is?
Oh, okay. But
All right, we're
but
gonna
wait,
try
wait,
and
wait,
set
wait.
this up.
Is ironical that we share a screen because we are drawing in the same canvas.
That's true. We don't need to share a screen. See, Smart Stanza is here. Big brilliant Stanza.
Hey,
It's
the
big
one
brain
the
time.
one who is making bullying me here is you, putting thousands of different names. Mestanza. Hey, and you tell me I'm the one making you bully? Hey.
Hmm? See, Constanza's just trying to cover her tracks because she was bullying me before when we were doing our test round for this recording. So now she's just trying to cover herself. I see the way it is, Constanza.
You see the
Constanza.
you see the things as you want to see.
Alright, we have this open.
Okay.
Yes,
I will.
as you can see, there is two of me in here because I was smart and I
Yes.
decided to open it on two browsers. So let's close that down.
I wanted to question.
I'm supposed to be the
why.
organized one, I promise.
It's okay. It's okay. I think.
All right, everyone's on their layer. Let's try this out.
Okay.
All right, I am appearing now.
So for today's topic,
Oh my god, this works.
we are going to talk about the card number 13 that is called the death. Chan chan chan.
We are so optimistic today.
Oh, why disappear?
Constance is killing me.
Why this is appearing? I don't know why something is appearing in my computer. So we are gonna talk about death, not like a physical death indeed, but everything that requires transformation. So at some point we consider death as everything in that our situation is changed. I'm gonna give you some examples. You were working and you get fired or you resign voluntarily, that is death because that is a change of situation. One day you were working and the next day you were not. So what you need to do, adapt to the new situation. And so yeah, so that's the topic. We can talk about in which situation we are having deaths in our life, like in which areas of our life we are having or we want transformation. So which area we are not conform and we want a transformation, and how we can do that, that's the question for today. But for some reason you went to the lyrical way of death, so you draw the death. Okay.
Constanza, we should add on to this first. All right, so what are we killing off in our lives today?
Oh no.
Oh wait.
Is
this Oi?
No.
Or Constanza, are you killing me off?
No, this is just a chicken.
This is a chicken.
I just draw the death man. No, what's called in English the scythe man? No, the reaper. The reaper. I get it.
Nah.
The reaper.
Oh. Reap stanza.
Reap stanza.
All right, getting back on track because we don't like to stay on track. What are some things we are actually killing off? So, Izzy, let's start with you. What are you using this poison for?
The poison of transformation.
Yes.
You know what I want to kill the most with a scythe? If I had the power really to erase everything I want, then it would be definitely unnecessary work, or maybe some bad mindset in my head. You know, you start off with the motivation. Yeah, I will draw, I will be productive, I will go follow my dream, and then later on you get so frustrated because some negative thoughts are in your head. So oh my god, everyone on the internet is already so good. You have billions of talented artists. What am I doing here? What am I doing with life? Why should I try to be good? There are some negative thoughts in my head sometimes, and this is just ridiculous because really everyone started out from zero. Everyone can learn drawing and just enjoy to make what they want to make, and self-doubt is something that is just unnecessary. I would try to kill that because my motivation gets easily ripped off by, procrastination, which just got caused because of some negative, self-aware, I will just say. I will try to kill that.
Interesting one there. So, out of curiosity, Izzy, what are some things that you've done to try and kill off that lack of motivation or that type of thing that you called, which was the unproductive or the unnecessary task?
Some unnecessary task. Okay, let's just say it's necessary, but I find them unnecessary, and this is sometimes when you have to spend time on things you don't like. For example, trying to prepare for an exam, an upcoming exam that you usually don't want to learn about, but you want to get a good mark because they can push you forward in some other areas. So you have to study, and there are a lot of times where why the hell am I drawing right? Just 1 second, I can't draw. Okay, this is just great. Did I select white as a color? Oh, God, I'm not good with Magma Studio.
We are learning.
It's okay. This is how we try things.
Select again the brush.
Oh, I got it. Sorry. Okay, I got it. Okay, where was I? Okay, I just will try it again. So I was talking that I sometimes don't like to do some responsibilities which are important. For example, try to prepare for an exam because in 4 weeks I will have a whole week of different exams, and I had to spend a lot of time to prepare for them, but I usually sometimes I don't want to because I rather want to draw. And when I'm finished studying, then I don't have the energy. Then I really lack on energy to draw. And I try to make a good schedule so I can keep everything in balance. But this is not how life works, and I'm not an infinitive battery, which I wish I would be, so I could work. So this is something I really want to kill off. Or maybe I want to use the scythe to not kill off responsibilities, but somehow, I'm not sure, split the times to have more hours, because I think 24 hours are just not enough to work for. But most of the time, what I always said, to kill off negative thoughts, because they can also be they can really try to slow you down. It's really sometimes they're unnecessary. So yeah, I'm not sure. So what about you guys? What do you think?
I think about the transformation part in the art field. It was the fact of how to decide myself to take seriously my free time, make it productive. Um, and I think the way I transform things is by talking with people. I mean, transformation for me goes through communication. So, for example, what I was talking to you, Izzy, and Oi today was I've been wanting since long time ago start my own business and do my own things. But the things that makes me be brave is not working because I need to work. It's things that makes me be brave. And I have multiple ideas, but I was used to got lost in how order my feelings. So the only way I could make that was one day that I consult a tarotist, and he's also making marketing. So I think, oh yeah, if I pay him, I will be like, I will make sure that I do something, because when you put money, you need to make sure you don't want to waste your money. So that's how I start taking this seriously, and actually taking my time to do things for my future. And the transformation way was a decision. It's a decision. Everything starts with a decision. The decision of change your current situation. Yep, I think that's my experience about this.
That's an interesting way of thinking about it. So, why don't we try doing a little activity then in terms of transformation? So, Izzy, you mentioned something about cutting out unnecessary tasks. Am I right about that?
Yes.
And Constanza, you mentioned how you're exploring on deciding how to prioritize things. So let's do a little exercise where Izzy, you list out some of those unnecessary tasks that you think you have right now. And then Constanza, let's see what your advice would be to Izzy in order to work towards prioritizing things more so that way she can determine what are something I like to call your non-negotiables. So the non-negotiables, just kind of in a nutshell, are the things in your life that are, as the word says, non-negotiable. You have to get them done. You need to do them either to survive your livelihood, or they're things that you feel you necessarily need in order to survive, or to make accomplishments closer towards any goals that you have in place. So let's try that as a little exercise, Izzy. Why don't you tell us about what you currently think are non-negotiables for you and things you need to get done, and what you think are things that you might per se be spending too much time on that you think could be cut back on. And we'll see if Constanza has anything to say for either what you may perceive as a non-negotiable that actually isn't a non-negotiable, or ways in which you can enhance your current time management in order to make things better and more on track to be more productive.
Okay, let's see. I think the most common thing where everybody can agree is housekeeping is something I don't know many people that like to do this, because I sometimes I forget to clean up my room, so I had to spend one day to, I'm not sure, to do all the housework stuff, to clean up, tidy your room. Also, when you are living alone in a flat and not with many people together, then also cooking for yourself, and also what can you also do, laundry, etc. This is something you need to do from time to time, but yeah, personally, I don't want to. I don't like it. Many people in my age or many of my friends also hate it, and I think sometimes you waste a lot of energy because you don't want to do it, but you have to. You're doing it so slowly and so, yeah, unproductively, that you waste a lot of time, and after that you're too tired to do something else.
Hmm. So something as making the bed.
Say it
Um,
like that.
yeah. For that example that you gave, what I will do is, if you want to have the willpower of do something constantly and don't stop because it's too lazy, or because you just don't feel like, I think you must to, or you could, not must, you could try to put a what if you do that and happens something else. So for example, I used to have the same thing. I don't used to make my bed, and everything was messed up, and Rad asked me, she offered me help me in clean my life, but I think I'm someone who, somehow, that I didn't know, I have a big pride. So I think, like, why should I ask someone for someone help when I can try to change my life myself? Like, I don't want someone to remind me what I need to do. I don't want it. I don't want in my life someone telling me what should I do, or what I can't, even if it's over me help. So I decided, okay, I will try myself to change my habits by myself. What I start to do is that every time before, when I turn on my computer, since it's say like 10 minutes in turning on, it's like, okay, I cannot start drawing immediately when I turn on my computer, because it takes like 10 minutes from I press the button to turn on and actually the screen turn on. So I use those 10 minutes to make my bed and to try to broom my room, and it's been working so far. And that's been the way I, at least the way I was managing, and how to make my bedroom and don't let it be a mess. So it's like
Interesting
finding
point
a
you bring up.
time. Mm.
Hmm. I think a thing that stands out to me especially is the fact that you have memory cues in place. It's like when I do this, it then triggers the next action. So
Mm-hmm.
it's something I do a lot as well. So as part of my what I don't know if a routine is the right word, but just what I have to do in order to get started for my day in the morning. There are things like making my bed, washing my face, and then drinking water. So there's a set of 3 or 4 things which I have to do before I'm able to start anything. So there's a sequence to which those happen. When I get up, the first thing I do is I spend 10 to 15 minutes on my phone because there's no way I'm that productive to where I wake up and then I'm able to jump out of bed and then get started on everything. So I know that that's going to take 10 to 15 minutes, but when that's done, I know that once that timer hits of it's time to get up and that alarm rings, I need to get up, I need to make the bed, I need to get dressed, and I need to do a series of things in a certain order. So once I'm done brushing my teeth, then it goes to drinking the water. Once I'm done changing my clothes, that goes to making the bed. Whatever it is the routine in there. So there's that set of memory cues and that set of memory triggers, which is in place for
Yeah.
everything. What do you think of that advice, Izzy?
I think it's great, but I'm also, what come to my mind is, these are habits which I should follow, but still sometimes it's difficult. But what I'm doing is to usually what?
Sorry, I just delayed something.
Oh no.
But it's go back.
It's
Control
okay.
set in our life.
That's great. Yeah,
Constanza, wait till we have our future challenge of no using Control Z.
Oh,
Hint, hint.
did we start?
Wink, wink. We haven't started that yet. We'll do that at some other point. But a little hint to a future episode.
Mm-hmm. So Izzy, sorry, I just interrupted you.
Just thinking and imagining something, what you said is something really good advice to follow, but sorry if I just mumble some things around, but aren't we getting a little bit track of the topic, or is it just my weird feeling?
Oh no, it's because it's related. We are talking about transformation, so basically, it's how you are willing to transform your situation by doing something different. Because
plus, last time we switched from doing a topic to talking about flirting with our art. So, do we ever really stay on track? Don't worry about it. That's how we're gonna get used to things. That's how we're gonna try new things.
there is a saying like, if you cannot, if you are facing a situation that you don't like, change the situation. If you cannot transform the situation, transform yourself. So basically, this is for today's topic.
Mm-hmm.
And what about you, Rad? What do you want to transform in your life?
I think I want to transformate my ability to not be lazy. So one thing I'm really bad at, which is I think the opposite of a lot of people, is the fact that I cannot take breaks. So this person over here, which is goal, 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 this is me all the time. And then eventually I reach this stage where I've pushed myself too far. And then I go to here where I'm just dead though, and I need to recover. And then I have an awakening of, oh wait, I have stuff to do. And then we go back to goal, goal, goal. So there's this cycle that I'm stuck in of I keep doing things and I know it's not healthy, but it's something which has been ingrained into me for a long time because there's things I want to accomplish. And like Izzy said, there's not enough hours in the day. So I end up pushing myself a lot more than I probably should. And so taking a break is one of the most difficult things for me. So one of the tasks that a lot of my friends said that they like the most if they have to do their chores is folding the laundry. That is the chore I hate the most because sitting down and watching a movie or just sitting down and watching an episode is close to impossible for me. I don't do that very often, and it's not part of my regular routine of things are done for the day, now let's just sit down and watch TV. So what I want to transform is a way to be able to take those breaks so I then become more productive, and also tracking my time so that way I can figure out where I might be wasting time per se in a day that I don't realize right now. Because I feel like there might be a gap in terms of how I perceive myself going as go, go, go. But maybe I am taking more breaks than I actually think I am. And I just haven't noticed them. So what I've started recently doing is trying to track my time to get a record of that. And then see how many, out of all the hours I'm awake in a day, how many of them I'm actually using, and then how many of them are going to go towards accomplishing my goals and things that I want to get done. So I want to have that record because I want to make that decision using data and seeing it actually recorded in front of me. So it's not just me thinking, it's me actually seeing whether or not what I'm doing is working so far.
Oh, yeah. Tracking your time at the same time to know what you are doing in terms of productivity when you are taking breaks.
Exactly. So I've changed from let's be very productive to let's see how productive I'm actually being.
Mm-hmm.
And then seeing how many breaks I need in a day, how much I actually need to take them, how much I need to actually work, and then finding that balance and seeing how things go. So that's hopefully something I'll be able to transform at some point. And I think another thing I also want to transform at some point is my interactions with other people. I think that's a big area that I want to improve on and enhance even more. So once COVID's over, because right now a lot of my conversations with people have moved to being online
Yeah.
a lot, which has worked out very well because I don't have to leave my room and then I can talk with people. But at some point, I'm probably going to have to hang out with people in person. I'm going to want to hang out with people in person, obviously when it's safe to do so. So taking that time that now that I'm not in a school setting, being able to still go out and meet other people and do new things and try things and not becoming stagnant on what I'm doing right now, I think would be really amazing.
Yes. Yeah, friendship's
And
magic.
also traveling. I have never traveled before properly. I went to India one time with my parents when I was 8 years old, and I do not count trips across the border to go shopping because you don't actually do much sightseeing on those. So I definitely want to take a proper trip across the border and see what happens.
Yeah.
Go to another country, explore new things, experience other cultures in person, not just through books or TV or whatever it is, whatever the medium is that people work with, and then get a taste of that in person and then be able to do other things as well and be able to expand my mindset and learn from other people in other environments.
I like the idea of traveling too very much.
Where do you want to travel, Constanza?
I want to travel to Europe and Asia. I want to go and see a music band that is going to be playing on October. I would love to be there. They are gonna play in Germany. Yeah, in Germany.
Oh, you mean Faun?
Yeah, Faun, and also in the same month, the other group, the other musician is the Guardruna. Have you ever heard about it? Guardruna?
No.
Is
Is it something unfamiliar?
He used to sing for Vikings, the TV show.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's called like that. Guardruna. Actually, I'm gonna put a song from Guardruna.
You can just send this to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the groovy here.
All right,
Play
awesome. Throw it in.
Guardruna.
Best part is we're not monetized, so I don't know if we have to worry about copyright music or not, but too late now.
Yes, we just... Oh, true.
Too late now.
Too late now.
Do, do.
I love.
Oh, you sent this to me once.
Yeah.
Such a great song.
What is going on over here?
So the reason...
Izzy, you're
Yeah?
good at coming up with stories, right? So tell me the story of what's going on in here, Izzy. What's happening here?
So should I come up with a story? Okay, the main reason, I'm not sure, we put death into a cylinder. I'm not sure why, but I think it's just we put it aside, and it's like a box, and we just pull it out when we want to cut something or erase something. So maybe it is in our control to change something or to transform something that's you don't like, but you still care enough for it to change. So maybe it's about your personality, because sometimes there are things that we don't like about ourselves, but we want to change it. So we try to evolve it to cut out parts that we don't like and evolve them into making them actually good parts. So this is a story I can see in that beautiful drawing. And Constanza, by the way, about beautiful drawing, I love what you did. You're so good in drawing characters.
They're so pretty.
Those are we, Easy, you, and me.
Yeah, this is so beautiful. I would take a screenshot. But in case just you guys that wondering why I'm not drawing anymore, it's because I can't do this in this program somehow because it doesn't work. That's why I got so frustrated and so off track on what to say because I was
Sorry, hello?
trying to draw, but my Wacom tablet doesn't recognize the stuff.
Oh,
Hello?
hello?
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still here. I was never gone.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to say that I can't draw with Magma
Yeah.
Studio somehow because every time I try to use the pencil, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Or it's just lagging.
All right. So if you can't draw, Izzy, how about for the rest of this episode before we conclude things off, you tell us a story related to today's topic, starting off with what's in here, and then me and Constanza have to draw to continue on with that, just to see how things turn out. Because why not? What do you think of that idea, Constanza?
Yeah, I can keep drawing a little bit. Yep.
Okay. So Izzy, tell us our brief story that we're going to use before we conclude off today's episode of what's going on here. So we have, with everything on this canvas, come up with a story, and then we're going to have to draw and continue adding on to whatever you say.
Okay, so improvised theater. I will see what I can do with that.
And it can be completely random.
Okay, so we have our little baby Reaper, which is, by the way, our chicken in disguise because it's dress up time for Halloween, or apparently it would seem if it wouldn't be we have February right now. God damn it! So it's winter time, and we have our chicken in disguise because why not? It just wants to play around as a Reaper, but not as a mean Reaper to cut off things. It wants to cut off things that worry us or slow us down. And we have a lot of things in our minds and lots of tasks to do. I think, Rat, I'm not sure, but you have a lot of work to do, I guess. And Constanza, I think you're closer than ever to fulfill your dream with your own business. And for me, I'm not worrying exactly. I'm just thinking too much. I have exams coming up, which will resolve how my finals will turn out. But in general, it doesn't matter because I will go to study something new anyway. But there are a lot of dreams in my head what I want to achieve, and this little chicken will just try to cut off our bad and negative thoughts and tries to yell at us or to just how do you say it in English when you want to distract, that's the word. It wants to distract us from our negative thinking and try to see the positive possibilities. Positive possibilities, that's the word.
Oh.
Yeah. And this is some sort of transformation, you know? You can let your negative experience die in the past because we usually really like to look back in the past and see, what could have happened, what could I have done, what did I do, or my favorite part, what I personally like to think about, what I have done wrong at, I'm not sure, day set or whatever. So at this day, so what could I have well, how could I have improved, or what should I have done instead, or am I on my right path, the usually stuff. So I can never evolve without killing those thoughts, because they are just a distraction or an obstacle, and you just try, to eliminate your inner bully. Exactly, right? You got what I tried to say in, my mumbling English words, which I try to find. And that's just basically what the chicken wants to do. That's basically how we start our whole podcast journey. We tried something out and see how it goes, and we just try to improve every day, even if it's a mess. But hey, a mess can also be a good thing, and I think we all can, yeah, improve and see how it goes. And just a personal note, I think we should do this more often with some random story ideas. Why don't we do this in future episodes, that we have the tower card as a guideline, and then when someone starts to set up a story, the others draw, and then somebody has to continue, and then it evolves, so everybody can tell their experiences or thoughts. And then we also get drawings, and it's more random, and also good exercise for trying to be creative. Because what I noticed right now, especially after one session with Mark on the training center, right? You can recall it. It happened just 2 hours ago. We had to think about stories, and we just had to come up with something. And I know that because I'm trying to come up with some perfect ideas, that I stuck and get some art blocks. So perfectionism is also something I have to eliminate, because really just let it flow, just relax, then everything will be fine. So I think it really doesn't only help to kill your inner bully. I think you just need to listen to some of your thoughts, and maybe try to calm them down, or try to help your mind to understand what is necessary to change or what not. I think just rampaging through your mind and try to ignore the parts you don't want to see or hear, it's just not enough. I think sometimes you have to face them and listen to them and overcome them. How to do that? There are some. I don't have a clear answer on that. What usually helps me is to make a list, or maybe just to write down what I want to achieve, or try to find something that helps me remember what my goal is, and just remind myself every day. I mean, there are some methods to do. They're one of the most famous methods that are called to help you to be more productive is write 10 things daily that you're proud of, or what you achieved, or what you're happy for. But for me, it doesn't really work. I'm not sure why, because maybe that's why I'm thinking too much ahead sometimes. Because when I read, firstly, I'm too lazy to write 10 things down that I'm grateful for. Secondly, I think sometimes this is, kind of dumb, because when you're living in the future, and then you read something that you might have achieved in the past, or that you're just proud of, because okay, on that day I had a good day, but right now I'm not feeling so good. I'm not sure, this is not how it works for me sometimes. And these are great head tattoos, Constanza.
Yeah.
They're great. You have to tell me sometimes how you found your art style, because I think really when you draw, I always recognize that it's you.
Oh, I'm still figuring out. It never ends.
I think that's also part of transformation,
Yeah.
And I
You're
also
not
think that, everybody of us wants to kill some bad drawings, but I think that's also something that makes the journey more enjoyable, to look back at everything you did.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, Rat or Constanza, do you want to add something or?
I think good for now. I don't think there's anything I can think of to add, but I guess I really like the format you proposed for next episode. So Constanza, next time around, let's pull the tarot card and let's do a story.
Yep.
And let's build
Perfect.
upon that story with each one.
Okay.
And so our drawings will actually have some consensus. So it's not just this little chicken over here saying, "What is going on? What's
I
happening?
agree.
What's happening?
Yeah.
What's happening?" Because while Izzy was drawing, there was somehow a love story forming between the Reaper and then this random guy who appeared over here.
Yeah, I wish I could have drawn a little bit more, but I'm not sure. It works with every program, with Sketchbook, Drawpile, or other free studios. But with Magma Studios, my pen, sometimes it works, but it lacks so much that I can't draw lines clearly. So I don't feel comfortable with using it, to be honest.
Let's actually test another one quickly, because you know what? Why not? I'm going to send you a link to it. It's based off Magma, but it's a different link, so it might work better for you, Izzy.
Yeah, because this is my third time trying it, and I always had the same issues.
Try this one. Does this one give you the same issue?
Okay, wait a second.
And you made your own layer, right?
Yeah, it gives me the same issues because you notice I don't draw dots because I do a line and it doesn't work somehow. I'm not sure why.
That's weird. All right, we'll take a look at that off air at some other point. But as you can see, things don't always go flawlessly according to plan. So we're trying to transform our process as we go. And so the transformation is not just limited to us trying to do things in our daily lives, whether it be in terms of habits and things like that, but they're also in terms of us changing up the podcast. And we figured, you know what? This podcast is meant to be a record of everything we're doing. It doesn't have to be perfect every single time. So there are going to be episodes like this where at some point we'll look back and say, why did we record an episode of us having tech issues and then us not being completely sure what we were doing? Well, if we didn't record it, we wouldn't have seen the issues and we wouldn't have been able to fix and transform them going forward. So that's why this episode, while it may not be as put together, as cohesive as anything we might produce in the future, or even a couple of the other things we've produced before so far, even though we don't have a lot of, we'll see how things go. That's everything for now. So let us know in a comment down below. Do you like this format? Is it messy? Well, it's going to continue to be messy, but we're going to keep working with it. But let us know what you think of our trying to change things up and do things this way. Anyhow, that's it for now. And just remember, if you're ever scared, Constanza is also scared as well with as to what she's doing here. So that wraps it up. See you next week. Bye-bye! And that is a wrap.